welcome to 2013 and your workouts with Di. Today we've got 5 exercises. Now remember, the timing is entirely up to you. I'm going to do 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. That's just what works well for me. And right now I'm recovering from the chest infection and sinus infection still, so I'm still not feeling 100%. But I'm going to do it anyway, because I feel well enough to work out, even though it's not at 100%. Maybe it's around 80, maybe it's 75%. I'm still going to work out. Alright, so 5 exercises. First one, high knees. Bringing them up nice and high. If you cannot do the high impact, just keep it low impact, okay? Just bringing the knees up. Think about your range of movement, getting the knees up to around hip height. If all you can do is get it up here and it's just a march, that's fine too, okay? Remember, you do your best any given day. Every day is going to be different, every workout is going to be different. Okay, it's exercise 2. To push up with the side plank. So you're going to come down onto the hands, either on your toes or on your knees. You're going to come down into the push-up and then rotate up to a side plank, down into a push-up, switch sides, side plank. So if you need to, you're going to modify that. You bring your knees down into the push-up, side plank, on the knees, push-up, rotate, side plank. So in that side plank, you lift the top leg up when you rotate. That way you can get your hips stacked one on top of the other, your shoulders stacked one on the other. Because if you're still down on your knees, it's really hard to rotate the hips. So lift that top leg up the side plank. Okay, third exercise, it's going to be a side lunge. You're going to start in the middle and you're going to step out to the side, step up, out to the side, step up. So when you step out, alternating sides, right, left, step out, knee, same direction as your toe, but right over the ankle. Don't let it shoot too far forward. Sit back into your butt, keep your chest lifted. Step up, power up through the leg, step out, step up. Again, if you need it easier, you don't have to come all the way down. You can just be a little step out to the side, step out to the side. You do not have to come all the way down. Bigger the range of movement, the more intense it's going to be. So if all you can do is a little step out to the side, that's fine. Stick with that for a few weeks and then just make it a little deeper each time you do the workout. Alright, so I'm already out of breath. This flu thing has kicked my ass. Alright, exercise 3 is a hover. So you're going to come down onto the floor. So, many versions of the hover. It's just going to be a hold, nothing fancy. Elbows underneath the shoulders, bring your fists in to touch. Your knees are wider than your hips. Pull your belly in and then lift your hips up. So this is option 1. This is fine. If you want to stay here, that's fine. So pulling through the abs, pulling the belly in, keeping your hips square to the floor. So no rotation in the hips. Keep them nice and stable. Harder option, knees up, hold. Alright. And remember, if you cannot hold the whole 45 seconds, just bring it down. So if you're here and it's getting too much, drop the knees down for a bit, have a rest for like 10 seconds, pop back up when you feel ready. Same if you're here and it gets too much, just bring it down, have a little rest, and then pop back up onto the knees. Alright, exercise 5 is a glute bridge. So, feet near the butt, lie back, knees bent, arms down by the sides. You're going to push through your heels, lift your hips up to the ceiling, lower down, lift up to the ceiling, lower down. So this is option 1. Remember, always starting off with the easier option if you want it. Yep, so that is your easy version. Harder, little harder, you're going to lift one leg up to the ceiling, lift your butt, lower down. Lift your butt. And you can do like 4 or 8 and then switch legs. Lift it up and down. Remember, harder, if you're here but you're not ready for the leg lift, just take your arms across the chest and then lift. Because when your arms are down, you tend to use them a little as leverage. So a little harder, you're going to lift the butt up with your arms across the chest, so you don't have that leverage to push down on. So if you do want it easier, just push down on the arms. This takes the pressure off the belly, off the glutes. Alright? Sorry. It's just my dogs are looking at me like I'm crazy. And they'd be right. So remember, when you're working out, I'm going to be using the interval timer on the iPhone. It's a free app. I've mentioned this before, but it's a really good app, and you can use your music through your iPod for your iPhone. Don't lie down on my mat. So that's the one that I use. 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. Making sure you have water to hydrate. Starting off with those high knees. I'll make my jump one. I always like starting off with a cardio option because even though you're doing it for 45 seconds, it's a nice warm up. Gets the body moving, gets your heart rate rising up. And the good thing is you can still look around, make sure your dogs are behaving themselves, which they never are. Just turning the volume up so I can hear it. So if you're really getting those knees up, your heart rate should be sufficiently high by now. So we're going down on the floor to that push-up side plank. So again, I'm going to show you the easy version first. Again, on the knees, down, rotate, bring it down, rotate. So if that's what we're going to do, that's fine. Hey, hey. It's amazing when you've been sick for 10 days, how quickly you lose your strength. Now because we're doing 5 exercises, you want it in 20 minutes and you're doing the 45, 15, means you're going to do 4 rounds of work. So the side lunges, chest up, step out, step in, step out, step in. And what you want is a big step. Yeah, still have the cough. This is like 3 weeks now. But I feel good. Just lingering. I like to have my hands up. That way I keep my chest up. If it's down here, I have a tendency to push my chest too far down. That helps me keep up. And you can hold something. Maybe you want to hold a towel, or a box, or a bowl. Alright, so we're going to come down again to the hover. So again, come down onto the floor. I'm warmed up now. So the hover, elbows on the shoulders, knees wide, lift the hips, pull the belly in. What you don't want is this. Don't sag through the back. Pull the belly in, tighten up through the core, and remember the hard option, come up onto the toes. You want a nice long line from your shoulders down to your hips, down to your heels. So this is wrong, and this is wrong. You're going to feel that in your back, trust me. This is better than this. Okay, keep your hips up. Keep breathing. Push through the forearms. Pull the belly in. So, I'll roll over for the glute bridge. Arms down by the sides. Push through the heels, lift, lower, push. Now when you come up, think about squeezing through the butt. Keep your butt squeezed tight when you come up. Nice and engaged through the whole move. Abs engaged. Lift, lower. You get your shoulders down away from your ears. Push through your heels. Squeeze through your glutes. You're going to try and get your hips high enough so you've got a nice line from your shoulders, hips to your knees. Those are your 5 exercises. So again, 3 more rounds. And you can go longer, you can go shorter if you're new, maybe just do 1 round. Or you can do 2. I'm going to do 4. Drink a lot more when you've been sick. Push-ups. So again, knees, easier option. Bring that knee up. Lengthen. And you just want to hold for a second. Hold. Come back down. And again, try not to let the hips come down. Yep. Keep your hips lifted. Engage through your core. Protect your lower back. So I prefer interval training. Even when you're not feeling 100%, you can still go for it. So keep the hips facing forward. Sit back. Come on. My dogs are on their back wiggling. Can't play. Can't play right now. We must sit the butt back. Push the butt back. Set up that hover. Again, your knees wider than your hips. Belly in. Hold. Pull your belly in. Contract through the core. And there are harder versions to this if you want it. I mean, there's so many advanced versions to this. Just, you know, for week 1 in the new year, there's going to be a lot of beginners starting out, so I wanted to keep things nice and easy. And plus, a lot of the advanced versions, you really need someone to see what you're doing because those hips start to move, you know, working the core properly. Again, glute bridge, down on your back, feet close to the butt. Whew. Left, Squeeze. If you can keep the glutes engaged through the whole thing, then fine, do that. If you need the release, then take it. Make sure when you come up, you squeeze. You notice that I'm sticking with the easy version of this, and since I always say it's been a little tweaky. I have bad knees anyway, my right knee, so just to build up your strength again gradually. Dog message. Remember, your workout should be as long as you want it to be. You do 2 rounds and you're done. That's fine. Maybe come back at the evening, do another 2 rounds. It doesn't have to be in the same section. You can split it up. Do 2 10-minute bursts. Something is better than nothing. When you're doing it, try and get your foot close to your butt. You're going to try and get the foot up, nice and high. Stay with the easy version now. An option as well is you can do one version, 1 round of work easy, 1 round of work hard. That'll give you another form of interval training. Remember too, if you have been sick like me, take it easy your first few sessions back. Build it up again gradually. You don't want to go in, like, bullet a gate and then end up feeling it even worse. So if you find that your chest tends to come forward, yep, then hold something. Hold a ball, hold your baby, hold anything. That'll help you focus on keeping upright. When you come up, really push through the leg. Power up. So always start down when you come into your plank, your hover. An important thing in this position as well is to keep breathing. Try not to hold your breath. So easy to do. So again, if you've had enough, drop them down, pop them up. And when you come out of your plank, try not to just drop the hips. Bring your knees down first, then your hips. Less pressure on the lower back. It's amazing how when you've been sick, just how weak you feel. I mean, 2 or 3 days you're fine, but this flu thing knocked me on my ass for 10 days. And I don't normally push or anything. Officially 3 weeks today that I've been sick. Still not 100%, but well enough to work out. And the same in this position. You noticed when I come up, you can either roll onto the side and then come up, or what I like to do is I push up from the hand behind. Just takes pressure off your back. And always try to protect your spine. So even in this position, brace your core. Then you get 2 in 1. More bang for your buck. More push for your pound. Try not to knock the camera over. As you can see, my main issue as well is endurance right now. My chest feels super tight. Here you go. Even in this position, think about your spine alignment. Pull your belly in, come down, come up, rotate, come down, come up, rotate. Keep that spine in a line. Pull the belly in, brace it hard. So you're working everything here. Working your hips, working your legs just a little bit. Chest, arms, shoulders, core. If you're squeezing your butt, working your butt too. Side lunge, over, over. You come in then. You come in. Go on then. Go on then. But don't lie on my mat. Oh, that's why the other one's done. She doesn't like the beeping of the timer. I notice as I get tired, it gets higher and higher. Go lie down. Go lie down. You working out? You working out? There's your river. River, river roll. Monkey, yeah. You monkey move. Scratch. The core's still pretty strong. I think that's from all the sneezing and coughing. How gorgeous is she? Super gorgeous. Would you? Super gorgeous. raising my toes up. That way I make sure I do push through the heels. So that's the workout. I'm going to add on a couple minutes of stretching just to cool down. As you can see, I'm not like really out of breath, but I didn't push it as much as I normally would, just because I have been sick and I have to go teach tonight. Okay, so quad stretch. Your stretches, ideally you want to be holding like 20 to 30 seconds. I'm going to do them a little bit quicker so I can go through, but you want to hold them 20 to 30 seconds. Hey baby. And don't have your head up like me. I just want to check what she's doing. Bring it down. Push up. Child's pose. Everybody's favorites. Sit back into the heels, forehead to the floor. Stretch through the glutes, stretch through the lats, lower back. Come on. I'm kind of liking this hamstring stretch. One leg in front, sit back, going over. Possible for everybody. If you want to stand up and do a standing hamstring stretch, get off my water. Get at you. Come on. Switch sides. In front. Sit back, lean over. Lost quite a lot of flexibility this last year, so one of my goals this year is to do a lot more stretching and yoga, more fun rolling. Yoga tomorrow. Come on. You can do these stretches sitting or standing. I'm going to do sitting. I'm going to take a break. So, sitting or standing, your choice. Take the hands behind, roll the shoulders back, and then lift the hands up. Chest stretch, through those side plank push-ups. Release, get across. Release, switch sides. Because we did side lunges, I'm going to give outer thighs a little stretch to bring that over, and then rotate. So you want to be facing the hip that you're bending.
Activity completed.
Thank you. Did he say something wrong? Where's the lady? Where's the lady? She's a people person. You like people, huh? From my phone. Alright, so that's your workout for this week. So if you are new or you have been sick, take it easy your first workout back and then go from there. Make sure you build up each week, don't just go straight into it. Alright? Have a good one.